Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Oh man, yes, I missed you. So yesterday we didn't get to stream. I had an emergency yoga class to cover for a fellow teacher. He actually got into a bit of a accident there, car-related accident there. So he's going to be down for a little while. Poor guy. So last minute, I had to go and cover for his two classes in the evening. So we didn't have stream yesterday. So this piece I was planning to stitch yesterday, and today is just perfect. It's a Friday, really relaxing, and I hope you've got your favorite project here on Friday as well, and join me for today's session. So this piece is one of my 14 count stitching kits that I've got. And this one is called Hotel Serenity. Whereas prior, it was formerly known to me as the Hat Shop. And I'll show you the reason why. So here we go. This is the markup. It's really, really pretty. And I think is somewhere in France. And just look at the style of the shop, and also some writing there, partially visible there. I think it's somewhere in France, and it's by an artist called John O'Brien, who's kind of known for European street illustrations, and this is one of them. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's so tranquil, and the old buildings aren't the best. And on the bottom right there, in front of behind the bicycle, you can see there's a shop with some beautiful hats and a pink dress. And I think that's why this piece was called the Hat Shop for a little while for me, by the company that charted this design. And so this piece I've been working on sort of on and off prior to last year, but it wasn't until this year I actually start to spend meaningful time stitching it. So you can see the progress isn't so advanced, but nice and steadily. And I have completed the page 1 there, and a little bit of page 2 on the right there. And the last couple of sessions, I've been working on the first page of the second row, if that makes sense. If I zoom out, you can tell how the completed area related to the entire piece. So I'm not, upset about the progress at all, considering I've got quite a few pieces. But out of the 4 sort of 14 counts, this is probably slightly behind the other ones. So today I'm gonna, put some work in it and give it some love. So let's look at the number here. Okay, so just over 5%. Not too bad, not too bad. And in terms of the number of stitches, not number of stitches, number of colors involved in this piece, all the 14 count pieces I've got, the kit I've got, they're all around 55, 54 colors. So quite modest if you're used to kind of heaven and earth type of charts. So today I am going to create a new sprint. Okay, I may be sounding slightly sleepy because it's always like that. I'm just feeling so relaxed, particularly teaching my evening classes there. The second class in the evening was in yoga, and it's very, very relaxing to do, I'm sure, for the students, but really relaxing for me to teach as well. So I always come back feeling really laid back. I just want to lie down and take a nap. But I'm here for a spot of stitching before that, okay? So I've created a new sprint here, and this is going to capture all my stitches today. And of course, at the end of every stream, we play Guess My Stitches, okay? So this number will be very important. So let's come back. Oh, guys, Thank you for joining me. You know by now, all the regulars in particular, Mondays and Fridays we start around this time. So this is our normal time for Mondays and Friday. And of course, my timetable changes sometimes. So it might be a little bit different towards the Christmas and maybe next year as well. But so far, this is what we're doing here. So let's say hello to everybody here. Hello. So let's have a look. Who have I got with me today? And we've got Busy Mom, the first to report to the chat. Welcome, Busy Mom says, hi everyone, happy Friday indeed. I always forget it's a Friday. I always forget it's a Saturday or Sunday. Yes, I'm teaching most days. So Anna is also here, says, hello everybody, happy stitching on this cold Friday evening and night, because the stream begins at 12 midnight where Anna is. Wow, I'm feeling slightly better. We're 11 p.m. here, so not too bad in comparison. And Rajal is also here as well, so good to see you, Rajal. And Jacqueline is also here in the chat, says happy Friday from very cold Saskatchewan. I'll highlight the comments so you can read it yourself. I don't want to butcher any more people's names or locations, etc. You read it yourself. It's in Canada, Jacqueline, so welcome. And yes, the weekend is here. And Clara says, hello. Alandra is also here as well. Alandra, you awake? How nice. It's always nice to have someone in Europe or in the UK with me. So I'm not the only weird, late night stitcher in the village here. And so welcome. And Kimberly is also here as well. And Mandy is also here in the chat. And Janine has joined us as well. Where Janine is, Massachusetts is also very cold. Oh, as long as you're staying in by the fireplace and stay warm, okay, and snuggle up and stitch with Yogi. And Karen, hello, good morning. And who else have we got? Lisa and is also here joining us, and Rachel as well. Michelle Fuller has joined us. Lovely. And so 61 degree Fahrenheit. Is that high or low? I still haven't figured it out. And maybe it's super warm. And here we go. And Susan is also here as well. Susan, did you miss me? And Susan, congratulations for the completion of the wooden Santa. Go have a look at the our Facebook group there. Susan has posted her finish. A Christmas finish. So Susan, you have to come up with another Christmas piece to do until Christmas. And Chelsea is also here. Hello. And yes, Chelsea has made it on time. Model stitcher. And Jackie is also here as well. And Rachel Morton has joined us as well. And Marsha as well. Hello. Good to see you. And Monique. And so Marsha is in Australia, so it says good morning, okay. And Monique as well. And yes, good morning to you. The next day, right? So it's Sunday already. And Jackie Turner has joined us. Good to see you. And Callan is also here. And Becky Snook is also here as well. Beautiful. And Suvi, well, I haven't seen you for a little while. Yes, Suvi says it's been a long time since I've been able to participate in a live. Good to see you. Really missed you. And here we go. And Stitchy, yes, Betty Hankins. Yes, the name conversion continues. And Love Drunk is also here as well. Catherine, hello. And Wendy, welcome to join us. Diana is also here as well. Oh, guys, so good to have you here. And it's never too late for a spot of stitching, even though we've got a little bit left till midnight, but I'm ready. I'm so relaxed. I need to stay awake. Okay, and I've got a little bit of coffee with me, and freshly brewed peppermint tea as well. I haven't had peppermint tea for a few days now. So let me know what your power drink and power snacks, if you're snacking, you have today to accompany your power stitching session here. Okay. Let me take a sip of my coffee for my throat. Very nice. So even though it's kind of late in the UK, but I reward myself with a cup of coffee if I come back late working. So this piece, 14 count, okay, and as I mentioned, it came as a whole kit. So the fabric came with it, the floss came with it, and yes, so I've got everything I need for this piece. I didn't have to kit it up. So the floss, I believe, is Egyptian cotton, and I've got a master set for all 14 count kits, as it says on the label. And so all of them share the same chart, color chart as DMC, so no problem there at all. And so I've been, the last couple of sessions, I'm trying to remember because I hadn't worked on this project for a little bit, maybe about 3 weeks. I don't know where has time gone, really. And every time I turn, there's 1 week disappear right in front of my eyes. And so 3 weeks I hadn't worked on this piece, but I think last time I was doing some sort of mini cross country, nice and easy, and it's my favorite for this piece. So this is, I think I'm going to continue with that today. It has worked well, even though there may be bits and pieces I have to go back and fill in, but you know, I can pick whatever color I want and stitch wherever I want. So I quite like that. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see the stitches nice and clear here. The colors are beautiful though. This is really well charted, I have to say. So here we go. And let me bring on my work mode here so you can see my my chart and also the markup as well. So let's have a look. Let's see what everybody is working on. And Jackie says, Yogi, you seem to really attract the Jacquelines of the stitch world. And a lot of, yes, a lot of J related names and a lot of there are quite a few names appearing multiple times. I mean, you know, it's hardly surprising. And also, you know, we have multiple Sarahs and maybe Mandy, there are multiple ones, and Susan as well. So I kind of have to, you know, add a little bit at the end so you know who is who. We'd like to know who is who and what, speaking what, you know. So it's a whole conversation here. And let's have a look. And Susan says, new start tonight. What? Susan secretly starting a new project. A prairie schooler piece called Christmas Village. Oh, right. So you finish this wooden Santa and immediately, Susan came with a plan. I thought she was going to just, you know, wait around and see what's next. No, she's got a plan. She's got Christmas Stitching Part 2 happening right there. Christmas Village. Sounds so festive. I love Susan's pieces. They're full, not always full coverage, but they're really fun. They just look really fun. So let's start with a bit of warming up here. I like to pick a color that's nice and strong. So let me flip the chart over. Oh, this one is good. Why not? Hang on. Okay, let's start in order. That's a bit better. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves there. So I'm gonna pick this one, nice and strong color. Not that many stitches, but you know, it's more than enough to warm up these little hands. So it's A14 to start. A14. Let's see how we're doing with Spooky Bingo. So here I've already got a needle docked already. So with the 14 count kits, I'm using 26 size needle, and I dot my needles with leftover threads and just insert my needle like this onto the piece of felt on top of my thread card. There you go. It works really well. So I can take this piece out immediately and start stitching. Oh, I didn't do anything stitching wise yesterday, so I really miss it. Let's hope I still remember how to do it. It's been a day, you know. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And Paula as well, hello, welcome. Are you new to us? If so, hello, hello. Says, I'm listening and doing laundry today, Paula. So either Paula is new or I just, don't know the human name anymore. Yes, YouTube has changed, has now only displaying your code, okay? We're code. We're just a code. We have no human names. It's not allowed. Let me move it over to the right a little bit so you can see. This bit is the shop window, I believe, and there's a little painting at the bottom. It's really fun area to stitch, I think. A lot is going on here. So I am going to just do these ones on the side there. So I'm going cross country. Kind of mini cross country, but if I feel like it, I might go a little bit further if it makes sense to the piece. No rules here. I just do what I like. And Travis, hello, says good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Travis, and Marek as well, and the whole family, you know. And I hope the school situation is better. Yes, we heard about there's some, little bit of a situation there. Hopefully it's being resolved or improved. And Clara as well, stitching traveling library and sipping on ginger, a chamomile tea. Oh, I think Clara is probably going to fall asleep before me. If I drink caramel, I fall asleep. I tried it with a couple of streams before. I decided not to drink chamomile during the stream because basically I'm just falling asleep. It really works. So we'll probably hear some snoring from Clara very soon. And Jackie Turner says, Yogi, I did my first yoga class today and it was wonderful. Jackie Turner, yes. Hello, hello. I say, Jackie Turner sounds really formal because we have other Jackie, so we need to know who's who. Well done to Jackie Turner. Wow, the first yoga is tremendous. For some people it's life-changing. No expectations. You should just enjoy it. But I always feel really, really honored when I start a class, and I always go around and go, has everybody practiced before? Anyone's new to yoga? And when someone raises their hands, I always have a smile on my face. I feel so honored to be, to be leading them for the first yoga class ever, and I hope they come back. Some do, so fingers crossed. Yes, it's for me it was life-changing, and it wasn't instant, I have to say. I've been sort of dabbling with yoga for quite a long time, and since I was a student, and in the beginning, it was just a form of exercise. I came from dance background and relatively flexible. So I thought, well, hey, I can do a bit of yoga. And I started doing it. And as, time went by and different things happened in my life, I went back to yoga time and time again to seek peace and solace and sanity a lot of times. It's great for sanity. If you like some sanity, do some yoga. It really helps. It really helps. So well done, Jackie. I hope you keep practicing. Okay, keep practicing. And we do yoga time as well whenever we do a marathon. And we have yoga breaks. So it's important. Balance is important. And Chelsea Summer says, stitching adorable tiny bunny by Whimsy Tea and drinking a soda. Wow, it sounds a little bit, nippy. Just thinking about it. Let me take another sip of my coffee here. I've got a tea as well, but it's very hot right now, so I don't want to drink it now. Karen Sutherland says, I'm working on book Forest today and wondering what possessed me to get this one. It could serve as a blanket. Is it huge? Oh, love to see it. Or maybe it's very low fabric count. Then everything is large. Just ask Susan, Just say, Susan, how's it going with the traveling library? What size is it today? Has it grown since? I think it's just secretly getting bigger and bigger. Susan's doing it on 16 count. And Rachel Morton says, stitching Purple Crystal Rose by Cross Stitch Studio. Very interesting. Everybody's got some very quite sort of pieces I've never heard of. I need to expand my horizon a little bit when it comes to patterns. I'm just, I love Heaven and Earth, but I think every company, they're probably, or chart creators, they chart them differently. They're different style of, chart creation. I'd like to experience a little bit more different ones. All right, I think this is looking good. I am going to end this here. Let me push it up a little bit more. So you can see this window, shop window being formed here. I love 14 counts. It's like getting a hug. Because it's really fun doing different counts, I have the Christmas house, which is 32 counts, and majority of my pieces probably ranging from 25 to 28, majority of them. But 14 count is like a hug, really. When I want to relax and not to get into too much nitty-gritty. And I come to my 14 counts, and also it's so well charted. It's got a little bit of color changes, but no heavy confetti. So perfect. Perfect. And Jackie says, oh, another traveling library stitcher. Jackie says, I'm stitching a traveling library, sipping on water, feeling a bit under the weather. So trying to stay hydrated. Yes, drink some warm tea. I think peppermint tea is really nice. Or there's some herbal teas that are quite nice for just to soothe everything, When the body feels good or feel better, our immune system, I'm sure, is stronger. So a little bit of essential oil is quite nice as well, even just like room spray. And Janine says, back to my Amazon circus. I love it so much. Also doing my mini cross country, picking whatever color I want. I know, yeah, Janine's circus piece is going really well. Let me pick my next color here. There's a whole bunch of them, so it's going to be nice and relaxed. Look at my chart there. Just a whole group of them. Whole herd of 498. 498. 498. So why don't I pick? That's okay. Let me pick one at a time. I was very tempted to pick two pieces, but instead I'm going to take one and fold it in two. So 2 strands, 1/1 full cross. That's what I'm doing. Oh, Kelly M says spooky bingo. Which one? The last one? I moved on to, sorry, I'm slightly behind the chat here. Yes, Kelly first spooky bingo, and everybody flash the bingo card. Kelly's flashing her own card. Amazing. And everybody, congratulations to Kelly. The first, spooky bingo goes to Kelly. Let's see. Sylvie says it's 1 a.m. I'm waiting for my husband from the company Christmas party. Oh, yes. Company, they always do the Christmas parties a little bit sooner, don't they? And she says a good reason to stitch. Absolutely. And I just hate sausage soup. I'm stitching Santa's on his way. What is the sausage soup? Oh, I just ate sausage soup. I misread it. I thought you hated it. Then why eat it, And also, what is the sausage soup? I never had sausages in my soup. I'm very intrigued. Or, being on this stream with stitchers from all over the world, we learned, world cuisine on a regular basis. We talk about food a lot. Even though it's a stitching channel, we take food very seriously. Travis says it's gotten better. That's good to know. It's not straightforward. It's not black and white and straightforward. And but I hope it can be resolved. Alandra says, I'm in bed, traveling library. Oh, another traveling library stitcher. And also tomorrow's Amy Stewart Day, reached 2.5% this morning. Congratulations, Alandria. And Alandria says, the baby next door is crying through the walls and my partner fell asleep on the couch. I couldn't wake him. As you illustrate the situation, I can literally, see it with my own eyes. It's so graphic, I'm really, really visual. So as you painting the picture of the husband just slammed on the sofa, exhausted, and the baby crying next door. Yes. I hope the baby's doing really well. And Alandra says, pretty drained after 4 days of work, followed by birthday celebration of my daughter. So I may or may not actually stitch. But whatever you do, just relax and listen to the chat and we'll keep you company, quite a lot of stitchers, when they're watching or listening to the stream, whether it's replay or live, they may be doing other things. Other activities or housework or homework or work, really. And just by listening to the stream, hopefully you feel relaxed as well, because there's nothing better than listening to a group of people. I'm speaking for you on the stream here, and just relax and doing what they love doing together. Oh. Diana Smith says, working on Enchanted Forest Grove by Jenna Della. Oh, I wouldn't attempt to pronounce the other bits. I think you will like it, drinking Mountain Dew. I'd love to see it, Diana. And I'm still, looking forward to Heaven and Earth sale. I don't know when it's going to be. I just have a feeling they're going to release something. And we may be surprised. Or maybe it's just me wishful thinking. You never know, because they haven't done a proper sale in December just yet. I'm sure they have a plan somewhere there. Callan says, disappeared. A neighbor kid drove into what? I probably just dived into some sort of conversation. I completely out of context. I don't know why Callan says disappeared. No idea. But Callan's drinking hot chocolate. That's always good. Hi, Kelly. Susan says, I like to see what I'm stitching. Well, try blind stitching. It's quite refreshing. You know, it's well, I think air stitching is kind of in that territory, you know. Basically, you hope for the best. I did a little bit of air stitching with my little cake shop. There was one area just full of light blue, white, cream color. But it has to be done. It has to be done, and it's going to turn out beautiful. Look at this. This is so nice. You know, I will only do Danish method, one leg at a time, when I'm quite confident about the area I'm stitching. I know I'm not going to, unlikely, not zero chance, but unlikely to mess it up. You know, they literally just row by row of the same color. Then I do Danish. And the stitches are really nice and neat. Here we go. Hang on. 2 more. Okay. That's quite all right. And Love Drunk says, I'm stitching the Grand Butterfly Ball. Yes, there's Amy Stewart piece as well. Every day's Amy Day. And Karen Southland says, 14 count, 650 stitches by 600. 600, worked it out. If I stitch, oh, maybe referring to Susan's piece. If I stitch 5 stitches every day, it would take me 3.5 years to complete. That's fast. It's actually quite fast. For, you know, in heaven and earth terms. And I have to mention Komari. Komari, the floss tuber, the Japanese lady, she did, which piece was that? Once Upon the Fairy Tale, Once Upon the Fairy Tale or something like that by Amy Stewart. Supersized max colors. It took her, I think, close to 3 years, maybe 2.5. So even for such fast stitcher, fair enough, it's supersized. But still, you know, it took her multiple years. These are not, you know, normal projects. We kind of get used to it because, you know, we're slightly unshockable by the size. But for regular stitchers, this is a lot. Oh my God, more spooky bingos from Kelly. A14 and 498 and this one as well. Kelly, are you stitching the same piece as me? Kelly, confess. Yes. Remind me, which piece are you stitching on? That's very unusual. Maybe you're stitching somewhere that's got a lot of burgundy colors. Then perhaps it's possible. Amazing. So another spooky bingo goes to Kelly. Double spooky bingo. Is that some sort of rollover award? Double rollover. Is it going to be triple? Oh, I'm going to pick my next color very carefully. Maybe Kelly's going to have another spooky bingo. Vaduhi, hello, hello. Happy Friday indeed. And Travis says, I've got another Pokemon finished last night. A Moltres, the Firebird. So every one of them's got a proper name. And how many Pokemons have you got on your piece? Because I remember you said they just keep adding new ones. So Travis is doing a gigantic Pokemon stamp kit. So I believe Travis is doing one Pokemon at a time. Oh, this is very relaxing. I love it. And such a pretty color as well. I'm going to take another strand and keep going there. There are quite a few here still. Really, really nice. So Kelly, I'm going to go for 498 again. 498. Another one of this pretty color. So I'm not changing color just yet. Lynn Rose says, good evening, everyone. Just finished change sheets on the bed with me. Oh, the inspector, the kitty, says the inspector got stuck in a sheet and had to be saved. Oh, we've got a lot of incidents of, kitties literally just taking over the web. To sit on top of the frames and sit on top of the fabric and go, well, I'm afraid it's me time. No stitching for you. That happens. Luckily, my dolly doesn't jump on my whip very often. I don't put them on the floor, and Dolly doesn't tend to hop on the counters or the tables. I think she's just done with that. Maybe when she was a kitten. Kittens are very curious. Oh, I forgot to fold it in half. This is two strand stitching. Karen says, hopefully not hot dog soup. Oh, sausage soup. Yes, we were talking about sausage soup. What is that? That turned out to be the water hot dogs were cooked in. I don't think the water you cook your hot dogs in can be qualified as soup. I think it's just water. Can you imagine? And I do not know anybody would actually eat that as a soup. I suppose you can if you flavor it. Suvi says, it's like your Christmas pudding. I didn't know that everyone doesn't eat sausage soup. Oh dear, here it comes. Some kind of Scandinavian thing. Oh, I see. So let me picture it. Is it like a stew that's got sausages in it? So we're not talking about the water from the hot dog soup, from the hot dog, from cooking the hot dogs. That doesn't sound too good. Alison Rennie, hello. Says evening all, currently in bed in childhood bedroom, keeping my mom company while dad is away, snuggled up with Bobby and Lola. Are they your kids or kitties? Please, we need some introduction. I'm really good for you to join us. And snuggling up with mom sounds great. I was very, very, very close to my mom. We had so much to talk about every day. Over the phone, in person. We can just so much to say to each other. All right, 2 more rows. Very nice, this. Oh, Karen Sutherland says, book forest, 14 counts. Yes, you're probably going to end up with a blanket. I don't know how large that piece is. And Travis says, I have the original 151 Pokemons on my piece. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're probably going to keep going until Marek is 18, right? And then you can give it to him as a present for his 18th birthday. I'll take a sip of my peppermint tea here. Lovely. Sue says, yes, we kind of are talking something like that. It's a salty water, sausages, potatoes, carrots, and things like that. So is it more like a stew, or is it more like clear soup as you just cooked hot dogs in? Yes, it sounds like some sort of veggie potato soup. Yes, I hope. It's very heartwarming and delicious. Oh, doggies. Okay. Alison Rennie says, Bobby and Lola are little doggies. How nice. I love dogs as well. You know, sometimes watching YouTube and Instagram, you kind of discovered all sorts of pets people are having other than dogs and cats. People are having, I don't know, all sorts of guinea pigs, hamsters, and some are keeping foxes. I don't know. Some of them, I'm not even sure you're supposed to keep them as pets, like otters. Are they pets? I don't think they are. And some sort of flying squirrels are pets as well. It's a murky area. It depends on the country. Ah, Sue says clear soup. So it's a little bit like the water, leftover water from cooking hot dog. Maybe that's not too far away. I can picture that. And sous vide. Clear soup with some sausages and some potatoes. Yes, I can picture that. But what's the base of the broth? Is it some sort of stock, veggie stock or meat stock? It's got to have some sort of foundation for the soup, right? Or maybe it's just the sausage. Clara says, spooky bingo in a way, except not in stitching. As you're unscrewing your flask to sip your tea. I was doing the same thing. You know, the other day, one of the stitchers actually posted the needle minder. I've got a cake cupcake needle minder from Caterpillar. And the stitcher, sorry, I forgot the name. I'm terrible with names. If it's you, raise your hand. We had a needle minder spooky bingo as well. And Clara is having tea drinking, sipping spooky bingo. Oh my God, we're getting more and more alike. Our movements are start to, synchronize. Because we're spending, a lot of time together. And we're probably going to start and finish each other's sentences. But I'm the only one talking, so I have to start and end it myself. I have to do it all. Those two are done. This is quite relaxing. I just keep stitching. I'm gonna do full cross as well. So when my the leftover piece, when it's getting slightly shorter, I stop doing Danish method just in case I don't have enough thread coming back. So I tend to just do full cross here. Maria, hello. It's been a little while. Good to see you. Yes, happy stitching. Come join us, Maria. What are you stitching today? We're gonna have tea drinking bingo, spooky bingo. See, I'm running out. It was a good idea to do one stitch at a time. So I'm going to end my thread here. One, two, three, four. All right. And I think I'm going to go ahead and fill in this area. Let's have a look. And also, all my 14 count pieces, they all have, what is it? Back stitches. Once the cross stitches are finished, I'll be able to go around and do back stitching and adding more details. Really looking forward to it. All right. 3721. 3721. Right here, I've got a needle here already. It's very handy. Hello, Claudia. Katrosh says, hello, everyone. Happy Friday or Saturday, indeed. Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm working on mini white angel. White angel. No, it's white angle hair. I love it so much. I'm drinking coconut water. Coconut water. Are you drinking from a carton or straight from the coconut? You know, at one point, I was so into coconut water, I actually bought a whole crate of fresh coconut. There are companies that do that. And then I actually got a tool. I actually bought a special tool that you can kind of screw the coconut open. You can create an opening and then you put a straw in. And once you drink all the juice, you cut it open or kind of, you can kind of just pry it open and use a spoon and eat all the white flesh. Yes, I did that for a little while and then I got bored of it, but it was very nice. It was very nice. It was a lot of work. A lot of work. It's a lot easier drinking from the carton. Hey, Grace. Grace Houston is here. Says, hi, Yogi and everyone. Today I'm working on traveling library. Another traveling library stitcher. Is it going to be like 2 days in a row traveling library stitching? Tomorrow's Amy So. And Grace says, I'm at 3% complete. I'm working on the left side of the project, working on the chair legs. I'm trying to think. On the left, is it the long sofa, kind of settee there, where the fox is sleeping? Wow, 3%. I think I'm just slightly over 1. It's a large piece. I've been working on it for quite a few weeks. Just the way it is. I mean, no rush. I know, Claudia, 3% is a lot. Claudia says, I wish it was straight from the coconut. That's how I grew up drinking it. But it's just the carton variety of this week. Yes, as long as I think majority of them, the good coconut juice, there's no added sugar, so it's still quite good. Still quite good. It's not as good as straight from the coconut, but Okay, so these two here, and I'm going to end my color here. That's very pretty though. I didn't see this color combination, if I just look at a mock-up, I think this bit may be the curtain behind the shop window, that's why. Something like that. Oh, I have already. Very nice. $150. I know which one that is. There are only very few numbers, DMC numbers. I just know what they are from the top of my head. Maybe 5 colors. So I actually know 150 is a burgundy and 152 is kind of salmon-y color, right? 152. And I know 310, everybody knows 310. And also, I'm trying to think, 550. 550 is a purple. Hello, Dolly. Hi, babe. Are you here to see Mummy? Hang on a sec. Dolly comes first. It's a nice little visit, quick visit of Dolly. Babe, honey. Oh, she wants to go out. She's trying to lead me to the bay window. Hang on a sec. Let me open the window for her so she can't really complain and report me to ISPCA. All right, sorted. So Dolly wants to go out from the bay window. So she's got a cat flap. She can goes out. She can go out from the back whenever she wants. But occasionally, instead of just going out from the back and come to the front, she just demands for me to open a window, front window, for her to go out. So here we go. So she's out there. So you guys have to remind me to let her in, okay? Because otherwise, Dolly's going to be there for a very long time. For a very long time. She's going to complain to me again. Oh, yeah. So Dolly's happy now. Here we go. So this one is 150. Oh, and why are you flashing? Why are you flashing that strange icon? Have I done something? Oh no, don't worry. Yes, the mic, I actually turned it off briefly because I had to open a window and everything. So I thought it was just weird noises. So I'm back. You can hear me, right? Oh, Grace says the desk chair. Okay, so that's a different one. Yes, referring to traveling library. Let me start this one. Yes, I was talking about the colors I kind of know from the top of my head. Not that many. I know 666 as well. And I think that's about it. Trying to recall. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I muted it intentionally because it's just a lot of noises. And now Dolly is out there. Now she's happy. Karen Sutherland says, I'm trying parking method again to try and get my stitches looking neater. However, the dangling threads are annoying me. Yes, well, I think you'll get used to it if you have a way to manage them. And, you know, they can get in the way. Depends on the parking method of your choice. But, you know, it's quite fun to do. I love parking. Janine says, that's how I approach my projects. I'm in no rush and just get excited when I can see the object come to life in the piece. Yes, because every bit is exciting, isn't it? That's the fun part. Because once you finished it, you don't ever... You probably rarely bring it out and kind of admire it, you know, and go, oh, I completed my piece at this date. I don't think you would do that frequently. Janine says, we lost Yogi. She went through the window. No, I probably fell in one of those portals, you know. There are a lot of portal stitchers in the chat here. So maybe I just fell into one of the portals. Grace says, I started doing color completion. It's really fun. So are you, what sort of area, how large is the area you can do, you're doing your color completion? Because you can do it within the block or the size of a page, or like Nikki. Nikki is doing color completion of the entire piece. but then she's an alien. Okay, that's not normal. And now she's doing one leg at a time method for the entire piece. Suvi says, husband came, so I can't play anymore. Good night, everyone. Oh, have fun. Maybe get your husband to stitch as well while eating some sausage soup. Oh, wrong side. We'll see you later. Nice, look at this. Not bad. That's a warm-up. Right. Okay then. Where shall I go? Let me move to the right a little bit. Just change it up a little bit. Well, I can do a little bit more on this side of the window as well. Why not? Why not? Rachel Morton says, let husband go to bed and you can stitch. Yeah, send him to the pub or something. You know, keep him busy. Three 8 3 5 3 8 3 5 3 8 3 5. Gray says, I go as far as the thread takes me, so as long as I'm following the color, if there's a gap in the color park. Okay, that sounds more like cross country, because a color completion normally refers to a defined area and you complete all the stitches of the same area. But it doesn't matter what, you know, what name you call it. It's a kind of similar process anyway. Oh, hello. Anybody who can speak? I don't know what language this is. Look at the screen. Maybe it's Spanish. McCarmen, hello. Welcome. Yes, thank you for saying hello. Oh, definitely Clara. Clara is the multilingual one. Yes. Pray translate. I wish that there was some sort of translation functionality in the chat. You can do that with YouTube comments, but not really real-time chat. So welcome. And let me know what you're stitching. I'd love to know. Travis says, there's an agreement Tia and I made. She goes to bed before me. I get to stay up and stitch and listen to listen to Marek. Yes, so you basically have shift, right? And a lot of times, like now, when I'm stitching, my partner's sleeping downstairs in the in the ground level, not ground level. I'm on the ground level. My partner, the bedroom is actually in the lower ground. So, you know, the sound doesn't travel that far. So, and I have my door kind of semi-closed and just sneakily being here, stitching with you. And he's trying to catch up with some sleep. because we teach at different times. I prefer teaching a little bit later. You know, my classes don't normally start. It doesn't. The classes don't start till about 8 a.m. I rarely have classes that's kind of before that. Whereas my partner, Mr. Yogi, he teaches some early morning classes. So he's mostly in bed by now. So he can't stop me. Spanish, Clara says. Where am I? Here. 3. I think YouTube need to have some real-time auto translation of all languages in the chat. Oh, hang on. This looks a little bit dodgy. Why does it... Look away, nothing to see here. Let me check and double check. Looks like 1, 3, that looks correct. 2 over here and 1 down. And then another 2. Why do I have 1 stitch missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guys, have a look at this. Have a look at this. See what's happening here. I can't believe it. Can you see what's happening here? Let me do it for you. Let me show you what's happening. Starting here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is why. This is what's happening. Oh dear. All these stitches down here. Hello. Counting error. Claudia says on weekend nights, I go lay down with my husband until he falls asleep. Then I get back up and go stitch. I have done that. I have done that. Claudia, high five. Yes, I have done that. And go to Lupler. Oh, premenopause for making sleep impossible. I have so much stitching done. Does it make you sleepless as sort of, insomnia? But I have done that because there are times my partner kind of complained that I stay up till late. So I go and lie down and try to sleep. I just give up afterwards. It has happened. But do he? Yes, I know. Yes, Kelly, I like Kelly's approach. Kelly says, just make it work. I know, Ginny. I think what I'm going to do, yes, a little bit of fudging might be required, guys. Okay, yeah, you're with me? And keep the eyes closed, maybe one eye and maybe both eyes. Yogi, Busy Mom says, Yogi, count again. I think you have 10. Are you sure? No, this block specifically. Let me try again, okay? Guys, watch me counting live. It's thrilling. It's absolutely thrilling, gripping stuff, okay? Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Busy Mom. 9. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Yes, it does look a little bit smaller, but visually you can't really tell. This one actually looks more square because all the stitches actually is a little bit long, you know, length, well, a little bit taller than the width. I know. See, this could happen. That's why I never grid too far away. I only do a couple, you know, blocks at a time. So let me find my magic eraser pen there. Let me try to find it. All right, so live magic eraser coming up. Oh, Rachel says it's not just those. Look at the pink stitches in that box. Those are off as well. Pink stitches, these ones. Or these ones. Yes, I think what happens is sometimes when I count stitches, I count from the nearest border. So these ones, I probably count from bottom up. You know what I mean? So if I count from top to bottom, I would have realized there's supposed to be 2 stitches instead of 1. And because I count from bottom up, presuming this block is correct, because I noticed a little bit slightly weird going on here. I didn't notice, but I thought, well, you know, it's okay. I just keep stitching. But I didn't notice that the stitches don't really match. But until I come over here and realize that there's supposed to be 2 stitches from the edge, from the bottom, I've only got 1. Damn. But luckily, I haven't gone too far on the right there. So I only have these stitches to fix. And I think with the window, I might be able to get away with it, right? What do you think? Clara says froggy baby. No, pink frog. Okay, fudgy time. Let me fudge. Rachel says you would have to fudge the entire horizontal way across the pattern. It would take far more than frogging of 100 stitches. I know. Luckily, I kind of spotted it from the second block. Because if I just kept going, then it would have been so much worse. So what I'm going to do is to erase this line to start with, okay? Live magic eraser coming up. I know this could happen to me, at least to me. Maybe not other people. So I'm presuming this block is also, this block should be correct. So I need to push the line down. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this block was correct, but because this one is off, I need to erase this one as well and count again. Damn. All right. I'm glad I discovered it relatively early. There are only a few floating stitches here. The worst scenario, if it's going to mess up the pattern, I just remove these. It should be fine. I've got my power tool here. Okay, guys, if you see my power tool, I haven't got my power tool out for a little while. Who knows? It might make appearance. Yes, they're only 9. Busy mom can't count either. Busy mom, beware. It could be you next. Here we go. Rachel says, don't fudge it. Really? Is it a green frog situation? Guys, let me know. Let me look at the pattern here. Let me see how pronounced these stitches are. Okay, let me flip. Let me have a look. Okay. Okay, it is a problem because these stitches actually are the top border of the painting. Can you see that? The picture slightly below here. So these stitches are actually top edge of the pictures. So in that case, yes, if I stick with this, it's going to be one stitch off for sure. The picture is going to be a little bit shorter. So yes, I agree with you guys. It's a green frog situation. Just look at the markup here, right? Because if it was just similar colors blending in, then I can probably get away with it. But it's not the case. It's not the case. All right then. But it's not too bad. They're probably less than 20 stitches, right? I can do it. It's all right. It's all right. It's much better than 200. It could have been so much worse. So this is, yes. So I think the power tool will have to make appearance today, guys. It's your lucky night. If you've never seen my power tool before, you get to see it live, action, power tool action. Oh, you lucky people. Seriously. And so I'm going to grid first, okay, and see what happens here. Let's do some gridding here. And let's count. And guys, scream, okay, and throw things at me if I count it wrong again. So let me have a look. So these ones are fine. These one, because I count from the top edge. Those are correct. And then I'm going to count downwards. 1. So this is the top border. All right, so you can always see here. Top 1, no, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is here, right? So just want to make sure that it is the correct grid. So now once I draw this line, I will know how many stitches I need to remove. Yes, it's just very unlucky. It's kind of crossing over the stitches. They need to be correct. You know, I can't fudge these. I probably would not. Well, definitely would not from the look of it. Okay, so that one is corrected. Rachel says, do you want to fudge an entire line out of the whole pattern, compensate the rest of the design? Oh, no. If I've already stitched the full width, for instance, I'll probably fudge it somehow because I don't know. It really depends. It really depends on whether it's going to make the end result look weird. If it doesn't, then, you know. But sometimes it really depends. If it doesn't feel good fudging, then I'll frog. Okay, so I'm going to count to the block below and assess the damage here. I think anywhere from this point below need to be fudged. These red stitches might be okay. I can kind of blend that in because it's really just this, you know, same color throughout. These ones, I'm not too sure. Let me see. I think that these ones are okay. Anything that I counted from the top edge. Hang on. I need to think again. I think these ones are okay. It's around about 20 stitches, 15, 20 stitches. All right then. Let me count for the block below. Live counting, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. That should do it. Crisis averted. Maria says, I've been stitching my VRI. I don't know what. Oh, Grim Reaper. Ooh, that sounds very Halloween. Yes. Let me check on these ones. Okay. Everything below this line, all the stitches below this line they need to be frogged. All right, it's okay. Not too bad. I can do it. But before that, let me take a sip of my tea. Gray says, all these stitches need to come down one row. Yes, I think everything from this block downwards. These ones are okay, right? These ones are actually correct because I was counting from top to bottom, I think. Oh no, not these ones. These ones are okay. These ones are okay. But the pink ones and some red and brown ones, they have to go. And these ones as well. All right, before the power tool making appearance, let me take a sip of my tea. And guys, you've never seen my power tool before, okay? This is your lucky night. I mean, this doesn't happen very frequently because most of the time I'll try to cheat and fudge, okay? And most of the times I get away with it, but not tonight. So here we go. Everybody, let me introduce you to my power tool. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. My power tool coming up. Power tool time. Yes. Here we go. We've never seen my power tool before. Hello world. I'm gonna knock everything off the table. Ah, I know. Rachel says the row where you have 6 stitches, 6 red stitches, you need to correct that row. Then the 6 stitches in the row below. 6 stitches. Oh, these ones. Oh, well, this one is actually, hang on. Oh, here, I know what you mean because I didn't extend my line over here. Okay. Yes. So what happens is these ones are okay. If you look at my chart, the entire area here, okay, they're all the same color. So all I have to do is just fill in the remaining row here. And these ones are kind of okay. I know I you know, this empty stitch is supposed to be one downwards, but I think that I can probably fudge. But these ones and the horizontal stitches here, I'm going to remove. Okay, guys, you need to sit down, okay? It's quite shocking and it's quite loud. Just a little bit of warning, all right? If it's evening where you are, maybe close the window and warn the neighbors. It's going to be really loud. All right, so let me start from the pink stitches. I think these are okay. They should be nice and tucked down. Oh dear. But it's 14 counts, so, you know, it's not too bad. It's quite easy to do. I mean, if it was 28, it's going to be, you know, a little bit tricky. So with power tools, guys, do a little bit of warm up as you do before your yogi move. All right, you need a bit of warm up, and daily training is important because this is heavy duty stuff. Sincere apologies for the noise. Okay, I know. It's the power tools requires power engine. And so I'll see if I can pull up all the threads here. And not that many stitches. I think we're good. This is not sort of Shakespearean tragedy kind of, situation. It's yes, I think this is fine, and this one as well. So these ones are off. Hey, Brittany. Brittany says, I'm at work, but done for the day. Congratulations, Brittany. Yes, Brittany's here to remind me that this is Friday. Come join us. And Brittany, you're joining us in a most dramatic moment of the night, I'm sure. You get to witness my power tool. I know. It doesn't come out that frequently. Kimberly, yes, Kimberly, absolutely. Kimberly says, hard hat and safety goggle ready, yes. And cover the ears, okay? Sincere apologies for the noise. I know, but it has to be done. It's heavy duty stuff. So this is no reverse stitching situation, okay? This is beyond, way beyond. Let me just take my tweezers and just put everything up. It's like plugging some sort of hair removal. Kelly's safety conscious. Hard hat and safety glasses required. Absolutely. And everything's cordoned off. Okay, this is the crime scene area. It's all cordoned off. No traffic right now. No traffic right now. Stay away, guys. Stay away. Step back, all right? We don't want any collateral damage. We don't need that. And it's really good practice for hair removal as well. And before you know it, there'll be no trace. You will not know what happened here. Oh, Susan says, should we remind you about Dolly? Susan, can you do me a favor? Can you remind me again in 15 minutes? just give her one extra 15 minutes. Thank you, Susan. Oh, what do I do without Susan? I don't know. Yes, I forgot about Dolly completely. Yes, I'm operating the power tool, okay? I have to be single-minded. I don't know about you, but I'm safety conscious. I think, yes, maybe. Okay, then I'll remove these ones as well. So it's all good. Yes, mine as well. I'm here. It's not bad. With 14 counts, it's quite easy. Brittany says, now I wonder where my seam repairs. I'm sitting for a while. Well, it probably means you have not required your power tool for a little while. Lucky you. Janine says, hurt your heart. Yes. Cover your ears. And yeah, the heart, I don't know what to do. It's just part of being a stitcher. Sometimes you just run into a crime scene like this. Just let me remove the last few. And we're pretty good. See? I'm going to clear up all the hairy bits. And we're good to go. All right. It's all right. And live frogging. Did I say that F word? Yes, it is happening. Okay then, let me just cut this bit off. Let me be very mindful there. Samantha says, hello, popping in during my break at work. Oh, Samantha is part of our work club. Yes, we keep you company. And apologies for the noise, okay? I hope the boss is not hearing it. The noise of the power tool. Oh, dear. Yes, it's almost done. Almost done. Let me just clear up the crime scene completely. And I think when I stitch over, you won't be able to see anything. Oh, there you go. There's some pin stitches. Never mind. I'll just stitch over it. We're good, aren't we? So let me correct my chart as well. So it reflects all the stitches. My goodness. Am I going to be stitching, my stitch count is going to be minus. We haven't got minus ever, but it might happen. So here we go. Hey, Ring is also here. Evening all. I walked into the room and see power tools. I know, Ring. I sincere apologies. And I know it's traumatic, isn't it? You just join the chat, and here I am. The yogi is operating heavy duty power tool. Oh, with all the noises. But it's done now, and the piece has been restored. And let me mark these ones. I have done these too. So this is at the point that I noticed something was off. So I'm going to mark these ones. Okay, I'm good to go. I'm good to go, guys. Oh no, there's 3 more here. Hang on. There's 3 more here. Let me get the job done. I'm so sorry. The power tool is out again, okay? I lied. I lied that it was done. 3 more stitches at the bottom there I missed. And then all evidence will be erased. And there you go. This one's very easy, very easy. Here, now, all good. Did someone say anything about frogging? No. I think it's in your imagination. None of that happened here. So let me throw my needle here. Kelly says, Dolly's safer outside and cold damn dollars rather than being here with the power tool. Getting out of control with my power tools here. You're probably right. You're probably right. I know. So let me continue with this one. And all is good now, right, guys? And it's all matching up. All matching up. Oh, yes. Here we go. Yes. Jackie says, stepped out a minute and there's a crime scene. What happened? Jackie, it was a fragment of your imagination. There's no crime being committed here. Therefore, no crime scene, okay? Deny. It's really good. I've been just, stitching peacefully. Nothing weird is going on here. I think you probably had a moment of hallucination there, okay? It's okay, happens. When you're stitching too much, sometimes you start to dream about things that's actually not happening, Jackie. Yes, cover your eyes, both sides. Okay. Kelly says Yogi called in. Yes, Yogi called in a cleaner to wipe the crime scene. Oh, poor Kelly has been hallucinating as well. I don't know what's happening to Kelly and Jackie. They're both talking gibberish about crime scene and stuff and power tools. What power tools? I don't know what you're talking about. It's peaceful and quiet here. Harsh but true. Betty says, shall I guess 40 tonight? You're being generous. You're being generous. I think it's going to be minus, okay? But now I know everything is all correct. It's all good. One, two, and one. Good. All is well. All is well. Rin says, on a lighter note, I got my latest finish back from the framers tonight and posted in the Facebook. How nice, Rin. And you framed it as well. That's very organized. Definitely would love to have a look. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, come join us. So you get to see Rin's new finish framed as well. Oh, there you go. Lovely. Three A, 3-5. Oh, that was a little bit hairy. Let me take a sip of my coffee. There. Yes, exactly. Congratulations, Ring. And Susan, are you going to frame your Santa piece as well? And also, Susan, is it me or does the Santa only has one eyebrow? Because I can see the brow on the right there. I didn't see no, depending on which side you're facing. I think the Santa's right eyebrow is missing, Susan. I think Susan's Santa is monobrow or one-sided brow. All right then, let me come to this area and do a few more stitches. Okay, just cover everything up. No one will know. 155, 155. Let me take a strand here. Susan says 2 eyebrows. I do not believe you. I only see the one on, well, or maybe they're not even in size. So I think the left brow is one of those, really, really thick thick eyebrows, and the one on the right side is kind of pencil with. I don't know what is going on there. I could not find the right eyebrow. Oh, Janice says first row, last 2 dark stitches. First row, last 2 stitches. Top one needs to be removed. Oh no. Where? You mean this one? Yes, these 3 are probably, oh, let me remove them anyway. Now Jenny's has noticed. Are you referring to these 3 stitches? Because they're kind of coming off anyway. So why don't I remove them and correct everything? It's all right, you know. I know nothing escapes the chat. I knew it. That's okay. Let me just remove this one as well. And these 2 colors are quite close anyway. And I was going to fudge it, but it's okay. It's okay. It's done. How's that? Is it better, Janice? And nothing escapes the chat. I can't get away with anything, guys. Have mercy on Yogi, okay? These 3 supposed to be at the bottom right there. No more left. Thank you. Oh. Susan says, are you overtired? I think it's, I don't know. I need some excuses, don't I? I think I'm just too relaxed because of in yoga. Yes. 2 eyebrows. Susan, you have to look closely, okay? Alandria says, I think it's the bottom 2 in the first column. Oh, these 2? Oh, I see. Yeah, but I think this one I can probably fudge, right? Because these 2 colors are actually not that different. Can I fudge it, Alandria? Guys, do I have your permission to fudge these ones? I've been really good. I've been really good with the rest of the stitches, okay? I follow the rules. I follow the chat's guidance. I've you know, fudge and frog and power tooled. And now, yes, these few stitches, I think I can probably get away with it, right? Rajal is proposing chocolate time. Let's go. Why not? Yes, chocolate time, guys. Flash your chocolate emoji. Let's go. Yes, I think, yes. So I can take a breather and, you know, and maybe give you some time to forget about these stitches. So when we come back, it would be like nothing happened. Let's go, chocolate time. Yes, Jackie says, I give you permission, Yogi. Thank you so much. Yes. Now I have your permission to fudge these stitches. You know, we're good to go. Good to go. Yes, chocolate time, guys. Why not? And a dolly, yes. Okay, hang on. I'm going to mute the sound just for a few seconds. I'm going to just open a window. Okay. And I'll be right back. Okay, now Dolly's happy. Honey, Do you want to say hello to everybody? Babe, did you have a good time? Did you have a good time? Honey, come over here. Come over here. Say hello to everybody. Come. Come on, baby. Where are you going? Honey, babe, come over here. Dolly, honey, come. Come. Oh, live Dolly purring show here. Yes. Every time she comes in from the outside, she just looks like, oh my God, I had an adventure. Mummy, come hug me. It's like, dear, oh dear. Here we go. Oh. Jackie says, that's what I always say to my husband. I just do what I want because it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Just get it done, you know? And it's up to them to forgive. Yes, chocolate time, chocolate time. Let's do it. Here we go. So I am having my chocolate button. Here we go. So, oh, today is a special stream. We have power tool and we have chocolate button, giant chocolate button as well. Yes, amazing. So, chocolate time, guys. Chocolate button. Dun, dun, dun. No kidding. Thank you, Susan. Without Susan, Dolly is probably going to be there till tomorrow, lunchtime. Claudia says she has such a strong purr. Yeah, I can hear it from miles away. Strong cat, strong purr. Cheers, everyone. Chocolate button. Much better. I'll have a sip of my tea as well. And let me know what you're snacking on. Is it chocolate or is it maybe sausages? Sausage. Maybe you're having sausages. Hot dog. Oh, the tea is so good. It's really pretty color, isn't it? Really pretty. Here we go. Much better now, much better now. Power tools, power snacks, power drinks. There. So this one is actually 155. 155. I love this color. So pretty. Yes, Dolly is really happy now, babe. You're happy now, right? Oh, good. Thumbs up? Yes, good. We switch needle here. No, so I received, finally, I received the 28, size 28 needles today. So I'm feeling so much better. Now I've got spare ones. Here we go. Right, I am going to work on the right side. And this is the middle part, I think. Let me look at the markup here. So this is kind of the shape of the window. And there are two bits. I think this is the curtain. All right, then. Oh, let me remove these stitches that I just removed. Hang on. Here. This is much better. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grace says, Yogi, what eraser were you using? For the blue pen, yes. Let me show you. Hang on. So it's a fabric pen I use to grid for slightly lower fabric counts. So you probably have seen me sort of using pencils for gridding. So I use pencils for anything above 20 counts. But for lower counts, like these ones, I use this one. So there's another one that I can't find. There's a newer one. But basically, this is clover. Clover is a company, the Japanese company, so it's water solutable. You can probably tell this one I've been using for a little while. So it comes with a blue pen, which I use to draw the lines, and the back is kind of a solution for that you can erase the lines. But I think you can probably just use water. You can just dab a little bit of water, the line will come off. But this is really quick, literally completely, the line completely disappears. So, so it's Clover. You can find them on Amazon, I think. So. I love it if they actually have really fine version, which I can use for 25 count and stuff. But the thing is, even though the tip is relatively fine, but if I use the pen for higher count fabric, it runs a little bit, and sometimes you can't really tell where the line is. So I use pencil instead. Two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Captain Squirrel, hello, hello. How are you today? Are you stitching? Here we go. You're welcome, Grace. And also the same company, I've got the other ones. It took me a while to realize, because with the same company, I've got 2 other ones, different color pens. But I didn't realize until the chat reminded me that these ones are air erasable, not water solutable ones. So only the blue one, the lines, the blue lines actually stays, and they only disappear. They fade a little bit after a while, but not too bad. But you can erase them with water, whereas these ones are designed for slightly different things. They basically disappear. The lines would disappear within maybe a day or so, sometimes shorter time. So these are air erasable. So don't get these ones unless you use them for, I think they're probably designed for pattern making, like for sewing. You only need an outline for a little while before you cut them, that type of stuff. So make sure you get the blue ones. And Claudia has a question here. I'll put it on the screen here. And Claudia says, does anyone have a suggestion for a size 28 needle with big eye? I've got unknown brand size 28s, and I can't get them threaded when I'm stitching with 2 strands. I prefer small needles. Interesting question, Claudia. So guys, maybe you have your preferences and suggestions. You can help Claudia with the question. So Claudia, that's interesting. So you want to be able to thread 2 strands for 28 counts. It might be tricky, actually. I don't know whether anybody, there are needles out there that's 28, size 28, but with big eyes. Because for 28, size 28, I normally use them for single strand stitching. And it's quite easy when you thread single strand, right? I have John James needles. But if I try to thread 2 strands, I think it would be a little bit trickier. So maybe someone knows they're larger eye ones. Okay, let me end this one here. But I think because 28, let me bring out a couple of 28 needles. So these ones I've got, I think these are John James ones. The eyes are quite flat, and John James, I would not recommend John James size 26. I love the 28 because I use them for single strand, but for some reason the 26 size 26 John James, the eyes are pretty much as flat as 28, size 28, so they're actually quite tricky to thread even for 26, size 26. So for size 26, I prefer DMC or is it RYM? There's another brand I can't pronounce. They have really wide eyes. Oh, a lot of suggestions from everyone. Susan says, try a needle threader. It's a bit of a hassle, isn't it? You have to use a threader every time. And Janine says, the DMC needles are biggest eyes that I have found. Even for 28, size 28, I don't think I ever bought DMC 28. Because DMC 26 I do love, and they're quite easy to thread. And Janice says, have you tried Lori Holt? Let me highlight it on the screen so you know how to spell it. Lori Holt. I'm not familiar with the brand actually. And Brittany says, I would try needle threader. That's how I use my 28s with 2 strands. Yes. And I use Bowen needles, aka butter needles. I think they have smaller eyes though. Yes, I think 28, because of the size of the needles, you know, if they become really large, it kind of defeats the purpose, because, you know, you might use smaller needles in order not to create too much hole. I don't know why people use smaller needles for smaller stitches. Captain Squirrel says, pony needles with colored eyes. Does it make it easier to thread? So the size of the eyes are bigger or the same? I love these are size 26, but can you see they have golden eyes? I love these ones. And I think they're from, not DMC, these are from, is it RYM? It's the brand. Claudia says, Susan, I murdered my last threader. I haven't tried DMC or Lori Holt's, so I checked these out. But do beware with the needle threaders. Do not use those sort of flat ones, you know, piece of metal, and it's got hooks around at the top and bottom, different sizes. Try to avoid them. They might damage your needles. They literally cut the eyes, the eye of needle open with the metal, basically. So be very careful. Lunchbox, hello, hi to you. Kelly says, I use Peacemaker needle from 123 Stitch. And Captain Squirrel says pony needles have slightly wider eyes. Oh, that's good to know. So this one is 28. There's I only use a single strand for 28, so it's quite easy. All right then, let me pick my next color here. 3A61. 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 It's a little bit messy here. Janine says, I can't even thread size 24 without a needle threader. I've watched how people do it, but not for me. It's very easy, actually. Janine, I can show you how I do it. Maybe it will help. So I'm going to do 2 strands. But these are 26, so a little bit bigger. With 2 strands, I always use 26. So let's have a look. So here it is, Janine. So you take a needle. I know a lot of people probably know this method already, because some people try to thread the needle like this. Sorry, let me do it like this. And it's a bit of a struggle because the tip, the ends might be slightly fluffy. So what I normally do is, doesn't matter if it's single strand or double strand, I put my thread like that and take my needle with the eye side pointing out like that, and then just hook the thread over and then fold the thread really tight here. And you need to press it down slightly. You'll get used to it. I kind of do it without thinking about it. And then once you release the needle, slide it out, you've got your thread between your fingers, and just place the eye of the needle as I'm demonstrating. It doesn't work very well. Let me just do it, because if I overthink, it doesn't work as well. So you just place the eye of the thread, eye of the needle over, and that bit just kind of went through. I don't know whether you can see it like that, and then you just pull it through like that. So now, because I've been doing it so much, I don't even think about it, and it's very easy. So if you do a lot of threading and unthreading with like Gemma's method, or that type of stitching, then this way of threading is really easy. You do need to practice a little bit, but other than that. Janine says, I've tried pony needles and always braid them. I like how they're black. Are they black? Black needles. And Janine says, I guess I'm way too strong for them. Janine is strong. What? Captain Squirrel says Lunchbox is Squirrel husband. Really? Hello, Lunchbox. Is it for real? Have we got like a first couple here? We've got Captain Squirrel. We've got Lunchbox. Hello, Lunchbox. I like the name. Yes. Wow. How nice to have the couple here. Clara says, Peacemakers are my favorite size, 28 needles. There's so many brands I wasn't even aware. So good to learn all about them. And Lineker says, hi Yogi, are you well? Jane Greenoff needles are good. They're gold. Oh, the entire needle. Yes, with John James, they do gold ones as well. I do have a few here, not in my needle box right now, but they have slightly different finish, and sometimes they squid. I don't mind them. Now I'm used to using them, but I do have a few golden John James needles, and they're double the price, just for gold finish. So Peacemaker, not Peacemaker, the Jane Greenough needles, apparently quite good as well. Busy Mom says, I use needle threader too because I can never get it threaded without it. Yes, it's quite weird. I find threading a lot of times for me, if I'm relaxed and feel confident, most of the times I can thread my needles no problem. With 26 counts, almost never have problems, but 28 sometimes. I went through sort of phases of using needle threaders because sometimes for some reason I just couldn't get them threaded properly. Times like that, rather than struggling, I just use a threader. But I now try to stick with the traditional needle threaders rather than those metal pieces. They destroy my needles. Janine says, magic trick. Lunchbox says, yeah, I'm trying to take interest in her hobby. How nice. So earlier on, who was it? Was it Suvi? Suvi says, I can't stitch because my husband is here. So she had to run. And now we have Captain Squirrel and husband, Lunchbox. You know, Mr. Lunchbox is here saying, I'm trying to be supportive. Ah, there's a contrast. Don't tell Suvi, okay? Suvi's gonna have a broken heart just looking at the contrast. Yes. That's very nice, Lunchbox. I think Mr. Yogi it's quite supportive as well. Not as much as coming on to the chat, but he's kind of being supportive from a distance. He will never stop me from doing what I want to do. Janine says, my husband says never, but he listens to Yogi with me and pretends he isn't. That's so funny. Maybe he's learning all the tricks, you know, Janine, that we're learning here. And before you know it, he's going to throw some jargon around, like, I don't know, spooky bingo, or, you know, boomerang. 1, 2, 3. Mean to max, you know. All the jargon for advanced stitchers like us. Lunchbox says, I always hear her listening to Yogi. Her voice is so awesome and will make an awesome audiobook voice. How nice of you to say that, Lunchbox. So Squirrel, Captain Squirrel, apparently, your husband has fine taste and really fine ears as well. Oh, you've made the right choice. He's a keeper. He's a keeper. He can stay. Oh, thank you, Callum. And Lineker says, I had to stop sewing as my boyfriend did not like me sewing. Well, the thing with sewing is, maybe it's making noises as well, doesn't it? Because sometimes when I have to do something with my sewing machine, if it's past 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., I get very self-conscious. So sewing, unfortunately, you can't really do after midnight. You'll probably get complaints. But stitching you can. Stitching nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let me draw the lines a little bit clearer. I'm getting a little bit nervous here. Kelly says words like crime scene, power tools. Get the guys here real quick. I know, they love top power tools, don't they? Exactly, Kelly. Yes, just mention the P word. They'll go, what? Did someone say power tool? Where is it? I need to have a look. Susan says, are you sure it's the threader and not the frame Yogi strains? Why your needles break? Yeah, I know. I do break things, Susan, but I'm pretty sure my needles were broken because of the threaders. Because they come in. I hope you know which type of threaders I'm talking about. I haven't got one handy here, but those, very often come with certain sort of stitching, sort of cross-stitching kits, and they became quite popular. And so I got one from DMC, and for a while it was kind of working until I realized my needles starting to split, the eyes, and the eye of the needle literally start to split open. And I realized it was my needle threader that's doing it. Brittany says, Callan, if you knew how many times I fell asleep during those streams because of her calming voice. Oh dear. Yes, I do send people to sleep. I know, Brittany. Story of my life. It's true. Yes, I think from the very beginning when I started streaming, and I get comments from people going, well, I listen to you when I go to sleep. And I go, yes, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. Yes. Claudia says, my husband just came down to inquire about dinner. He heard Yogi and said to keep stitching. He grabbed a snack and went back to his office. He knows how important Yogi time is. Oh, Claudia, that's amazing. He's a keeper too. Yes, he can stay. So, yes, that's very nice. I thought you were going to say he came in and listened to Yogi and he fell asleep, just lost consciousness, just on the floor. I don't think my voice is that powerful. Yes, I think, you can always tell if the partner actually respect and understand how important your time is. Your you may be stitching, but this is your time for yourself. And if the partner does not recognize that, you need to have a word. Seriously. Two stitches down. Very nice. So now all the stitchers, husbands, all your partners know Yogi's voice. Yes, so they know, when they hear me, they know, do not disturb, okay? Just stay quiet. If they're hungry, and they can just go straight to the fridge and get some snacky out and just leave you alone. Yes. And Callan says, Mike kept watching one night when I left to put my son down for bed, came back, shocked, he left it on. Did he look kind of like sort of hypnotized and start talking sort of gibberish and go, oh, give me some whips, give me some new starts. Boomerang, boomerang. That might be, a telltale sign of someone being hypnotized by Yogi. And Colin says, I'm not surprised Yogi's a yoga instructor just from the voice. That's so nice. So nice of you to say that. 3861, I'm going to have a, shall I take one more strand? No, let me do this one first. 368A. 368A. It's a pink. Oh, nice. Finally, we're getting to a pink color. And 3688. Claudia says, all the partners, spouses are falling under the yogi spell. Yes, I'm a witch. Yes, just by being near us. It's a vibe, you see. It's a vibe. Busy Mom says, I sew whenever I want. But Busy Mom, have you got sort of neighbors nearby, like next door or upstairs? I try not to bring out my sewing machine at all past maybe 10 o'clock. I wouldn't dare, because it can be quite loud. So I try to do it around the daytime, if I need to do the edges for the fabric. Lunchbox says, boyfriends don't like their girlfriends stitching. Why? I know. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I think it's not just the guys. I think some girls as well. They just want to spend all the time together. They want, if they like something, they want the partner to like it as well, but not so much the other way around, It happens. You just feel like if you're spending time doing something else without me, maybe you don't think I'm important. Maybe it's insecurity. a little bit. But that's very immature, isn't it? Grown men like Lunchbox does not do that, ever. It's a pink color. Karen, okay, so this is a slightly different issue, okay? Karen says, hubby just came in, saw what I'm doing, roll eyes and asked me why I had started another project. But Karen, in other words, he's familiar with all your projects. He's paying attention, because how does he even know that you're starting a new project? So he's keeping track. Oh, maybe he wants to get involved, Karen. You know, maybe he's too shy. He actually wants to stitch as well with Yogi. So redo these pink stitches. That's really good strategy. Really good strategy, Claudia. Chelsea Summer says, Mike just says he wants me to finish one so he can show it off. No, he's lying to you, Chelsea. He's trying to trick you by not adding new projects. Oh, I know what he's doing. Chelsea, watch out. Do not fall for it. He's going, well, just, keep stitching one. Just one only. So in 10 years time, you can finish it. And I get to show off. It's just a way to stop you from having new whips. Oh, very cunning. Captain Squirrel says, my son thinks boys like cars and girls like stitching. There are a lot of gentleman stitchers, okay? Travis for one. And Steve has gone missing. I don't know what happened to Steve. But, we do have gentleman stitchers joining us from time to time. They're all very manly. You have a look at Travis. He's as manly as one can get. Right, Travis? Say yes. 3688. See you later, Roger. 99. So I'm slightly behind. If you're going to bed, 99. Yes, tomorrow is our Amy Sao tomorrow, okay? So be here on time for the class. We might do a slightly longer session. Why not? Right. Let me pick my next color here. So, A14. A14. It's a burgundy. Jacqueline says, boyfriends feel threatened by the higher power. Yes. Well, you'd be surprised. You know, sometimes there are certain type, male and female, not just men, but female as well. They don't want you to have fun without them. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little bit of possessiveness. They feel like, why are you having fun without me? You're not allowed. Oh, Janine says, hubby says, said to me last night, aren't you going to be with your stitchy friends tonight? He knows I have yogi time. Oh, that's so nice. So, you know, he's fully accepting the fact that, you know, certain hours are Janine time. And yesterday we didn't get to stream. But there's always replay, you know. Just catch up with the streams you missed. That's very nice. Claudia says insecurity is for sure one reason. My ex used to make fun of my crafting because it took my attention away from him. Too bad he wasn't interested enough to keep my attention. I think that's it. I think that's it. They felt jealous about things that you love because he's not part of it. And that's so silly. Because any grown person, male or female, they know that having alone time, not alone time, just, you know, time to be yourself and just do things you love can only do good things to the relationship. Imagine it's just together, doing everything together, 24/7. That cannot be healthy. And I have to say, you know, my dad was a little bit like that, but then he, you know, he's kind of a different generation. He used to criticize any new friends, my mom. If my mom has some new friends and acquaintances, he would try to kind of, you know, get my mom to not hang out with them because my dad was probably not feeling very secure. He feels that, you know, those people probably was going to lead my mom astray. I hope it doesn't really happen nowadays anymore. That's very childish, isn't it? Busy mom says, I live in a house, so the only people in my house are my boyfriends and daughter. That's nice. If you have detached house and you have some space from your neighbors, then yes, you can sew as much as you want. Or if you have a basement, you know, then you can block the sound away. And also, busy mom, you maybe get a piano because if you live in a flat like mine, and you have a piano, you probably, you know, it's going to cause some crime to be committed by the neighbors. They probably just rush over and break the piano. But if you live in a house sort of big enough to block the sounds, then you can play piano, barely even. Lenica says, I think the gentlemen are jealous because you are doing something they can't join in. Yes, I think there's a little bit of that. But I think, you know, grown men don't do that. Those are probably not very grown up people, unfortunately. But it does happen, yes. All right, let me switch to a different color. This is coming along really nicely, really pretty. And I remember it was probably one of Oscar Wilde's screenplay there, maybe the importance of being earnest. He says every gentleman needs to have a hobby. I totally agree. I totally agree. And every lady needs to have a hobby, you know. So, Susan says Steve lurks. Yeah, occasionally he comes up and just to announce that he's still alive. And but I don't know whether he's lurking or not. I hope he's watching, Steve. If you are, hello. Captain Squirrel says Dolly is a babe. I know, and she knows it. She knows she's a babe. Lunchbox says, if I had as many you're finishing webs as unfinished cars, we wouldn't have a yard. Yes, unfinished cars. Yes, exactly. Imagine if you're trying to build DIY cars, have 20 DIY cars. Yes, you probably need I don't know, airport. Captain Squirrel, yes, okay. Now, Captain Squirrel has reminded us how many webs she's got. 160, guys. 160. Yes, you, Lunchbox, think about purchasing an airport, because maybe not for your unfinished cars, just for the webs for Captain Squirrel. Let me pick the next one. Right, 3861, 3861. Andrea says, luckily no boyfriend or husband. My teen son tells me to go stitch, to leave him alone. Yes, it's all working out nicely. It's a balance of life. Yes. The son just goes, Mom, just go away stitching, do not hassle me to clean the house or anything. Rachel says, why I'm not exactly why I'm not married. 5 cats and no man could ever take place of how much I love them. Yes, it's a different kind of love, isn't it? Unconditional. Well, kind of conditional, because if you stop giving them food, they probably move to neighbor's house. It's unconditional from us, but it's not unconditional from them. And I love them for that. Yes, we have to work hard to earn their love and affection. See you later, Callan. Yes. Can always catch up tomorrow. Amy Saturday. And night-night, Rachel, as well. Lona, hello. You're late for the class, aren't you, Lona? But it's better late than never. Lona, did you miss me last night? I did a stream yesterday. Lona, yes, this is really pretty, isn't it? This is 14 count. 14 count. Sorry, I'm slightly behind the chat, so you probably asked a little bit ago. Yes, this is 14 count. This piece is called Hotel Serenity. It's really pretty, isn't it? Look at this. It's got a little bit more pink and red comparing to the markup there. But yeah, this is supposed to be pink and red as well. But yes, it's very exciting. Look at this. So, and it's great fun to stitch as well, because 14 count is really just like holiday. Just have a little sort of relaxing time. And this one is not confetti at all. It's got healthy amount of color changes, but not, not to the point that you felt overwhelmed by it. Because sometimes if I stitch something that's, quite confetti, my brain starts to get slightly fried, even though I do enjoy the challenge. And Betty says, some men want your full attention and don't give it back. Oh, those men, they have to go to a different corner and be on their own. They're not suitable being with other people, really. I used to have a few friends. It doesn't happen as much anymore. I think people just grow up and probably notice how they behave a little bit more. But I used to have friends that, we would spend a lot of time together as, sort of girly time. We go out for coffee and chat and everything. But whenever they meet someone and start dating someone, you don't see them anymore. They literally disappear from your world completely. And if you try to contact them to arrange something, they're always busy unless they can bring the boyfriend. They don't want to go anywhere. People like that. Maybe you're one of them once upon a time. It's not a criticism, but sometimes we kind of forget who we are when we kind of fall in love. And unfortunately, that kind of, state is kind of temporary. And those friends, they always come back and start calling me when they break up. They want to talk about their breakup. They want to hang out again, all that stuff. And that happens too. You never ever lose yourself. Doesn't matter who you're with. Lona says, I'm done with physical therapy. Feeding mama and myself. Oh, Lona, well done. I hope you can settle down and do a little bit of stitching. Kelly says, count again. Which one? I think I'm done with power tool today. No more power tool. Power tool has retired for today, for maintenance. I think I'm doing okay, aren't I, Kelly? Rose, hello. Rose says, hi, I made it. Yes, you did. Really good to see you. Are you at work still, or have you got home? Karen says, if I could get hubby interested, we could both work on book for us at the same time, just work from the opposite end. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? And then eventually, 10 years down the line, you're going to meet at the middle. In my case, that would be. Yes. But you never know, because I think guys have this preconceived idea about what stitching is like. Just like some men think knitting's for girls. But it turned out a lot of men love knitting because it's therapeutic. It's relaxing, and you get to make something that you can use at the end, like a scarf or something. And I think stitching as well. And it doesn't mean they have to do full coverage. They can do a little bit of sampler, that's quite fun as well. Yes, Betty, women can just be equally bad. But sometimes it's not so much a character flaw. Sometimes it's just people not fully aware of, you know, the situation. Sometimes we get sucked into a relationship and feeling insecure. I think insecurity, there's no gender divide there. I think both genders can feel insecure. Lona says, I ordered one of my Christmas presents for my mom. I got PC Stitch V11. What is that? So I can make patterns. Oh, is it software? It's a software for generating charts. Oh dear, Lona, that sounds very professional. Lona says, I'm excited to get it. I had PC Stitch V4. What happened to V3, eh? Back when Windows 95 was out. So nowadays, what is it? Oh, V11, my goodness. So it's a bit like iPhone. It just keeps going. And in 5 years' time, we're going to have iPhone 26 or something. And I don't even know what the current most up-to-date model is. I've lost count. I think mine is probably 15. I think that's old nowadays. Windows 95. There's so many jokes I can think of with Windows 95. Rose says, headed home to start dinner. Am I stitching? Yes, we can, isn't it, Rose? Well done. Full a week. Rose is always at work when we stream, so really nice. It's weekend now. Time to play. Bologna with your software. I don't know whether you use Saga. I don't know if it works like that, because I think those type of professional software, you can probably generate Saga compatible formats, I think. But I'm not sure whether you can just load up a PDF and convert it. I doubt it. One more here. PC software. All right, then. This is looking really nice. And I've just checked the time here. So it's 10 minutes to 2 a.m. UK time, not PM. And I know time just flies. I think what I'm going to do is to pick my next color, and it will be my last color of this session. Okay, I know. And so I think, yes, because Mondays and Fridays, if we start around this time, I normally go on till about 2 a.m. Last time, I think we were up till 2:30. Occasionally, we go on a little bit longer. But tomorrow is our Amy Stewart start, right? And I'll probably start a little bit sooner if everything goes well. Maybe we start about 7 or 7:30 p.m. and I'll send out the schedule as well, so we can hang out a little bit longer tomorrow. And I'll just pick one more color here. Why not? Let me pick a strong finish. How's that? A strong finish. Yes, why don't I do this one? The burgundy on the left here. Lona says it's 7:53 p.m. on Friday night in Oklahoma. Lucky you, Lona. Over here we're Sunday. Nearly 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So I'm going to pick 498 as my last color today. 498. And I've got about maybe 15-20 stitches. Okay. And guys, you know by now what we do at the end of our stream, right? And today is slightly tricky because I frogged a few stitches. I'll admit it, I frogged, okay? And normally I don't want to use the F word, but today I have no choice. You saw my power tool, okay? And so today, today's stitch count is going to be challenging for you to come up with. And bear in mind, I'm stitching the final few stitches here, so I'm going to fill up this area. So it's kind of, nice finish, isn't it? I've got this part of this panel close to completion. So we like to finish strong, okay? And we'll give you some time to contemplate and come up with your strategy on how to come up with your guess my stitches number today, okay? And those of you, if you've been lurking or maybe new to the channel, because every day we have new subscribers and new people discovering what we're doing here, okay? And if you've never seen this game before, never played this game with us, today is your chance. Stop lurking, come forward, and all you have to do is simply offer a number, okay? And you might go, well, I have no idea how many stitches you have done. And to be honest, me either, okay? It's you and me both, you and me both. So it's a wild guess, no skills required. Look at the chat, they have no skills, okay? And me either. We're just hanging out here and just come up with a number. And Lunchbox, Mr. Lunchbox, come join us with the game as well if you're still there. If not, maybe next time, okay? I'm just thinking Captain Squirrel has gone. But yes, so come forward and join us. It's easy peasy. Just come up with a number, and who knows, you might win tonight. And as I can see, the numbers are coming forward. And let me bring up our super duper guess my stitches machine. Dun dun dun. Yes, it's as impressive as ever. And it's going to capture all the numbers that you offered. Okay, so nothing escapes. I'll guess my stitches machine. And I am going to finish the final few stitches there. So add these stitches to your count, okay? Every stitch counts. Every stitch counts. And who knows? You might be the winner tonight, this beautiful Friday night. Right. And this is really nice because by the time I finish, both sides will be nice and even. Oh, what a beautiful Beautiful finish today. Yes, it's perfect. And can you hear the sound of the thread going through the fabric as well? I think it's particularly clear with 14 counts. I love it. All right, you have a few more moments to come up with a number. Two more, the final 2 stitches. All right, last one. And I am going to just give you a very quick recap of what's happening here on my fabric here today. All right, so you still have a few moments to come forward, to unlurk yourself, particularly you lurkers. I can see you. I know you're there. Right, so today I focused on, I think this is the first page of the second row there of the entire piece. And it's really, really interesting area to stitch because this is literally the shop window of, I think it's a gallery or something like that. And there's a picture happening from this point downwards. And it's just so lovely and so pretty, so European. And so today mostly focus on this panel here. This is the shop window there. And see the beautiful finish there with a couple of stitches there. I'll come back and fill in. And the colors are just so beautiful. Okay, so this is 14 counts and 1/1 and Ada, 14 count Ada. And this piece is called Hotel Serenity by John O'Brien. Okay, beautiful artist, and I love his work. So let's have a look of our numbers here, and I can't wait to find out who's going to win in this Friday night. Beautiful. First, our Susan 256. Thank you, Susan. And Busy Mom 85. Seriously. And Laura, hey Laura, 132. And Captain Squirrel is still here, yay, 210. And Grace Houston, 245. And Betty, the lab looks slightly messed up. Hey, it's not the right time for that. And Andrea says 175. Kelly 223, Jacqueline 99. No, I don't think Jacqueline's saying good night to me, and it's literally 99. And Janine 112, Love Drunk 235, and Ring 123, Clara 233, and Diana Smith 199, and Lona 205. Just in time to play Guess My Stitches with Yogi. And Lisa 143, and Diana MH 250, Monique 160, and Claudia 174. Guys, thank you. So, are you ready to be confronted by my app here? That doesn't lie, okay? Sometimes it gets messed up sometimes, but generally it doesn't lie. So this is where I am. So far, okay, a little bit to go, but it's beautiful. I love the fact that I actually follow the rule and I started from upper left. You know, sometimes I just dive straight in, have a middle start. So here we go. Are you guys ready? I'm counting down to 3, 2. Who is going to be our winner tonight? And 1. The grand total of the stitches I have completed today is 166, yay! Yes, I frog a few stitches, but I also added them back in, okay? So no complaint from me. 166, who is our winner today? Let's have a look. Claudia's 174, but I think there may be one's closer, no? 166, let me just highlight this. Anyone closer? 166, 175 from Andrea. So 174 is slightly closer. And I think that may be it, right? Double my guess. Monique? Is it Monique? Let's have a look. What's Monique's number? Let me scroll down a little bit. Oh, 160. Yes, you're correct. 160 is closer, isn't it? So well done, Monique. Yes, this is the first win, I think, for Monique. So congratulations. And, you know, Monique's kind of a regular as well. So you know how it goes. You get all the respect. Capital R from all the stitchers from all over the world, from different time zones, and you also get to enjoy the buffet with Yogi. It's like having tea with the Queen, you know. There's not many things are better than that, other than maybe completion of a whip, okay? But that takes years. But right here, right now, you get to enjoy the buffet with Yogi. So well done, Monique. And look at the crowns and some dolly love there from everyone there. Chrissy has just joined us. Chrissy, hello. And 99, just kidding, yes. And well done. It's better late than never, right? And from Laura as well. And here comes the buffet. You can only get this kind of buffet, abundant, beautiful, festive buffet from us, only here on Yogi Scream. Yogi Scream? Yogi Stream. Yes, Yogi Screams as well. And so we are 5 minutes past 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. here in the UK. From the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out. And if you're in the UK like Susan and me, and in Europe as well, well done you. And guys, send us to bed with some 99 love and maybe some dolly love as well. And so we can go to bed in peace. And tomorrow, Amy Stewart, Sal, we're coming back a little bit early, maybe 7 or 7:30 tomorrow night. And so we get to hang out a little bit longer. So come and join me. See you later. Night-night. Good night. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the buffet. Congratulations, Monique. Bye.